The cost of the war in Gaza. Criticism and reprobation from countries Tel Aviv thought were its new best friends.
Israeli settlers are escalating their attacks against Palestinian civilians and forcing their displacement. These attacks must be prevented by the State of Israel. Across the region, there have been several credible warnings of a wider escalation. The drums of war are beating.
The reverberations appear to have already taken a heavy toll on the Abraham Accords. Israel has been forced to close its embassies in Bahrain and Morocco. Older relations with other Arab nations, especially Egypt and Jordan, are also on edge. Amman was one of the first to recall its ambassador from Tel Aviv and cancelled a proposed summit with the US after an Israeli strike on the Al-Ahli hospital in Gaza.
The killing will not stop as long as Israel hears from some people the justifications for its crime. It is given coverage protection without any accountability. Unfortunately, as long as this cover-up continues, as long as silence on its action continues, Israel will embolden and will continue to commit such acts without deterrence, accountability and oversight.
Saudi Arabia has also cancelled all talks to establish diplomatic relations and stressed the need for an immediate ceasefire. Experts say much of the Arab leadership's rhetoric is because of the rage against Israel on the streets. Mass protests demanding a ceasefire and punitive action against the Zionist state. But that's something Israel continues to ignore while preparing for the threat from what it says is the mastermind of the October 7th Hamas attack. Iran denied involvement in the raid, but Tehran also initially promised to retaliate if Israel continues its assault on Gaza. An exchange of rockets is taking place between Israel's army and Iran's main regional proxy, Hezbollah, fueling fears the conflict could expand. But Hezbollah now appears to be rolling back its rhetoric for the time being.
The Battle of Al-Aqsa Flood was a Palestinian battle carried out by Palestinians. Furthermore, no party knew about it. This battle is a purely Palestinian battle for the sake of Palestine and for the people of Palestine. This battle has no relation with any regional or international issue.
That's reduced the possibility of an immediate expansion of the conflict. But the greatest and most long-lasting damage to the regional economy appears to be more permanent.
There's so much going on in the world, in geopolitics, in the wars that we are seeing and what just happened recently in Israel and Gaza. At the end of the day, when you put all this together, I think the impact on economic development is even more serious.
A US veto has so far protected Israel from international sanctions, but rising criticism appears to be putting pressure on Washington. And no matter how many Hamas leaders Israel kills in Gaza before an eventual ceasefire, its quest for peace and security within the Arab world appears to be in utter ruins. Shoaib Hasan, TRT World.